Thank you, Minakshi. Thank you, Sangeeta. Thank you, Mohini. Amazing. Thank you, Shilpi. Lovely. So lovely to hear back. Thank you, Neha, Jyotika, Dolly, Savita. Thank you. Amazing. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session on Soul Sensei. We're extremely happy to have you all here. So we'll be waiting for another minute or two till we have more members join in. Those who are already here, request you all to settle in well in case you need a journal, a bottle of water, or a pen. It'll be really lovely that we can have today's session uninterrupted. Also, before we begin, doing a quick checkup with everyone, how is everyone feeling? If you were to share just one word in the chat box right now at this very moment, how are we feeling? Open, excited, curious, nervous, awesome, inquisitive, anything and everything that you're feeling. Would love to hear. Curious says Minakshi, Savita says awesome, tired, Dipti. How's everyone else doing? Let's do a quick catch up with everyone. It'll be lovely to hear. Good evening, Sangeeta, curious Angira, energetic Neha, lovely. Curious Anushka, curious Pratibha, lovely, so good. Also, because we're joining from so many different, excited Priyanka, amazing. Also with us, all of us joining from different parts of India and the globe. Let's try to get familiar with where's everyone joining in from. So if you can type in your city name on the chat box. Oh, thank you, Jyotika, Juhu, Mumbai, Savita, Pune, Minakshi. So I'm Pooja and I'm from Mumbai. So there's Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bangalore, Mumbai. Oh my god, open and excited Kumkum is yes. Anyone else? How is grateful to be here. Hyderabad. Amazing. Rajkot. Lovely. Hyderabad Sarita. Amazing. So good. Great. So, good evening everyone and welcome to today's session on Soul Sensei. My name is Pooja Anandani and I'm extremely happy to welcome each of you over here. So today's session is a quick free introduction to the concept Debunk the Evil Eye with Sandy. So this will give us a treat to the practice. It will help every one of us understand that in the next few days Sandy will be taking a full-fledged 60-minute session where she would be going much deeper into this concept with an extended practice and a live extended elaborated question and answer session, and you will also be getting a recording for her upcoming session. We will be discussing the details for her upcoming full-fledged session at the end of today's session, so requesting everyone to please stay till the end and do not drop off before. So you are all in for a treat today. Also, if I can request everyone now to please switch on the video cameras, it'll really help us to elevate today's session energy, making the session more lively. Also, it'll help our leader understand you through your body language and postures and direct the session in that particular direction. Also, a quick note, your video will not be a part of the recording anywhere. Turning on your video will only help our leader understand and guide you in a much better direction. So if everyone can turn on their videos, it'll be really lovely to see everyone's smiling faces, because chatting with black boxes actually gets difficult. So yes, thank you to everyone who is doing that. No worries, Swati, if you're traveling, as long as you can attend and really take something back, it's okay. Looking forward to others turning on their cameras. It'll be really lovely to see your faces. Thank you, Madhvi. Thank you, Vandana. Thank you, Savita. Looking forward to seeing more. Great. So for people who are new to Soul Sensei, our goal at Soul Sensei is to make every session a safe and supportive space where you can ask freely, share openly, and receive abundantly, and leave feeling lighter, calmer, and more happier. So I'll just share today's session flow. We'll begin with a quick introduction followed by the session led by our guide. Post that, the floor is open for question and answers. Please feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. As it is a shorter session, we will be tapping upon a few questions, but we will have the full-fledged session with Sandy in the upcoming few days where you can have all your questions answered. So our today's session is led by our amazing Soul Sensei, Sandy, on Debunk the Evil Eye. So a bit about her. She's a Vedic breathwork and self-regulation guide who combines traditional practices like the pranayam, swara yoga and pranic reset with mental imagery and performance psychology. She empowers people to harness their breath for mental clarity, stress relief, and high performance. Rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern sciences, Sandy's approach is deeply strategic, helping individuals transform their inner state of life in a very systematic way. So, without any further ado, over to you, Sandy, and I hope everyone enjoys today's session.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. There's a lot of people, 89 people today. So thank you so much. Is my voice clear to you guys?
It's well, it's perfect.
Perfect. Okay. So today I picked up the topic of evil eye because I think my main origin is India, and I know that how much evil eye and nazar makes a lot of difference to a lot of people in their life. So I thought, why not pick that up? And whosoever saw the slides, they must be thinking, oh my God, what is this all about? The skeletons and everything. So we will start with that. Evil eye, we all know about it. He said and she said, and because of that person, this must have happened. So let's just break it as beautiful Pooja just explained to you guys that I combine science and our scriptures. So my journey started when I was really young with Reiki, and slowly I learned a lot. And I am a quite inquisitive person, and I question everything. And that's how I came to understand this concept myself. Because I remember when I got married as well, my mom-in-law and my husband, they used to put black on behind my ear so that I don't get nazar. So this concept literally used to like, then I started, sticking that black color behind my kids' ears as well. And I was like, why, what the hell I'm doing? Like when my kids started questioning, what is this? And then I was like, okay, I need to figure this out because I cannot just say just the way our parents used to say, aisa hota hai. So I couldn't do that. So because new generation wants to know the full logic, and all thanks to them that I'm here. We all know our body parts. We are not just this. We have bones, we have amazing organs working beautifully. And then we have fascia, then we have our muscles, and then we have the top layer and our dermis as well. Our skin has multiple layers. And this is just nothing. These are just few parts I am just explaining to you. But then afterwards, we have our lymphatic system, nervous system, circulatory system. There's so many systems within our body as well. Now, why am I talking about it? If we have multi-layered body, then what you think, what this universe is made of, our the whole world around us, you think it's just simple cold brick mortar and there are some clouds and there is some air and there's some sand. No, there's a lot of layers of our surroundings as well. Now, who have seen Frankenstein lately on Netflix? Very interesting movie. That got my cogs rolling, and I add these slides recently. Why? Because in Frankenstein, they showed this Evelyn table, which is a very old practice. And in here, when you add our ancient texts, where they have talked about Annamaya Kosha, the physical body and lymphatic system, that comes together. And he actually, in this movie, he talks about that it's a Muslim way of finding out the flow of our lymphatic system. So this Evelyn board was of lymphatic system. Okay. Now this is the actually true depiction. This was done in 1640s, and it's still in Hunterian Museum, Royal College of Surgeons of England. They still have these anatomical preparations where tissue, that is real bodies, where they literally dissect the tissue and laid out on the wooden board, and the lacquer is mixed with blood as well. Okay, So now, as we were talking about the layers, same way our body has a lot of different connections as well. We have a spine and this beautiful lymphatic system and the circulatory system goes through our spine as well. Now, why am I going through all this? Because science is catching up to what our ancient scriptures used to say, that energy is the glow around us is not just physical, and it's not just limited to people who have done so much of siddhi and sadhana. It is for everyone. Any one of us can become that Godhead. Anyone within us has can have that power. It's all latent in our body, and it's all stored in our chakras. It's all stored in our energies. Okay, but we have forgotten everything. Now, my main aim is to get you guys understand this very, very important thing. There is something called intentional evil eye or intentional, what you call it, the attack, and then there is unintentional attack. Okay. In ancient wisdom from the yogic traditions, now why we are talking about these attacks, evil eye is basically superficially anyone can penetrate anything. They can say anything to you. It's up to you. As they say, it's the same hot water which boils the egg and strengthens the skin outside and boils the potato and makes it softer. Now, it's not, water has its own um, energy, water has its own work, but it's us, it's the potato and the egg. It's their own unique capability of creating this. Okay. Now, when we are talking about the seven chakras as well, which are running along your spine, the Sushmana Nadi are not just abstract concepts. They are energy hubs. They correlate precisely with your major nerve plexus, endocrine glands, and the lower chakras are the one which are holding those um, conditioning. Now, when you was born, you didn't choose to be born. Your body, you didn't choose. Your environment, you didn't choose. Your every karma, as in our culture, they say we have karma and that carries on with us. That is stuck in the lower chakras as well. And that karma, those conditioning, those labelings are the one which creates that mental ability of us presuming that we have evil eye or we have bad luck. Okay? It's a very emotional pattern. Now, for example, it's a very simple thing. If I say to you that someone got abused or someone got raped or these kind of things, and if I'm telling you your blood is gonna boil from inside, your heartbeat is gonna get faster. Why? Because we have in our DNA the past karmas, the past, all that information is embedded, and that emotions get startled when someone talks about it because that seems so close. That seems that it actually might have happened to us. Because again, we all believe in reincarnation. And because of that reincarnation, you have carried all that together with you. Now, if you're talking about evil eye, there are so many other myths which we stopped using now. For example, my mom used to say that don't cut your nails in the evening, don't clean the house in the evening because the abundance is you're clearing the abundance from your house as well. Why? Because they used to be low light. They used to be so low light, and the tools were not the right ones to cut the nails and to clean the house. And if by chance something fell on the floor, you are basically sweeping that out of your house as well. So there are so many reasons why there used to be those kind of superstitions or old wives' tales. Now, same way, if you're talking about evil eye as bad, um, I think you guys all might remember there used to be a superstition of black cat. If that crosses your way, it's bad luck. Now, if you go towards any of other countries, black cat is a good luck. Whole Egypt is full of cats. What do you think? How many times they might be thinking that that's a bad luck? Again, it's a conditioning. In the lower chakras, everything is embedded. What our parents said to us, that is embedded in our body, and we think that okay, that is something bad, and that creates our own frequencies. Now, Heart Math Institute have proven that in 2000, they did this experiment, and in 2004, they took this paper out where they explained the electric field of our heart. Now, if you remember, if you enter any room, you can feel the vibes. You can feel that there's something wrong and there is someone angry and someone is happy. How? Because we are tethering with the energy with the other person, and that's how we can feel that the other person might not be happy, might be a bit angry. And when they actually proved that, the fear has a smaller aura. We all know about aura vibes. So it becomes really, really small and shorter, easy to penetrate. But whereas when you have a lot more love, a lot more compassion, your aura goes wider. As I said, the science is catching up to our ancient texts. When we are talking about prana, prana is exactly the same thing what we are talking about. Our prana is very important. That is a universal life force energy, and it's the raw power that feeds the chakras. And the main key to activate or strengthen that aura is pranayama. Now, if I show you something, and I want you guys to tell me, can you see the light through this paper?
Yes,
And,
yes.
and can you see the light through this paper? No. Why? It's the same concept. Aura. This is a thin aura. This is a thick aura. This is what Heart Math Institute is talking about. When you are thinking, when you are lost like a leaf, anything can penetrate you, anything can ruin you. You can call it bad luck. You can call it because he said, she said, that's his evil eye or her evil eye, or it's her or his bad intentions. But when your aura is strong, they can be just a little bit of curve, but they won't be much more than that. So this is what breathing does. Breathing is pranavayu, your pranayama. When you are doing pranayamas, when you're doing breathing exercises, when you are building your aura from inside, you're expanding the aura from outside. Just as Heart Math Institute says, the same thing in Frankenstein movie, the guy explains that here, the lymphatic system, everywhere it's going outwards. It's taking to and fro the energy, the blood, and all that. But here, the heart has a torus. It brings the energy and it somehow moves the energy around and it stores it here on the heart chakra. And there he talks about the vertebra 21 as well, which is connected to the heart chakra. So now, if we have that strong body and strong system, which is working autonomically, and autonomically, whatever embedded the labeling and the questioning and all those so-called these kind of worries that oh there's evil eye and all that, where does that put us? That put us as a paper, isn't it? Anybody can hurt you, anybody can say anything to you. That's their bad nazar, that's your bad luck. and you're putting yourself away, and everybody is throwing you around. But to build this, you need to first be aware. And that's why breathing makes a lot of sense, and breathing changes everything. Why? Because this directly influence your spinal energy. Conscious breathing forces prana into central channel. It clears blockages in the chakra. And I always say blockages are not bad. Chakras are two-way. Either they are excessive, overactive, or they are contracting. Both ways your chakra is working. It's like when you have a computer, when you want music, the sound app will open. Whereas the root chakra, for example, I saw about 80, 90 people on the call today. Now it's 122. My root chakra was hyperactive. It was hyper vigilant. Then my sacral and my solar plexus chakra was so insecure and so scared. Oh my God, there's so many people. And the whole old programming that 122 people might be judging me. Are they interested? How to make it more creative? How to make it more engaging? All comes into it. But what is making me a little bit more confident is that deep breathing, that awareness. Okay? There is a stimulus. So when deep breathing, what happens normally, our vagus nerve, which is a whole massive um, this net. Okay, this is the main net, which is basically running you. Okay, this is the mastermind, and it's connected to all of your body. And now this vagus nerve is the one which works on your conditioning. So, for example, when you were 6, 7 years old, all right, at that time, what was happening? If you was if you spilled water, and if your mum scolded you and shouted, and the whole family started fighting, why did you give him a glass of water, he or she spilled it, and blah blah blah, then what's happening? Then you are creating that programming in your head, and when you grew up, that programming is still stuck there. And when you grow up, and whenever you spill something, or whenever you make a mistake, you contract. Either you get hyper vigilant, or start finding faults in the other person in a defensive way, so that before they catch me, let me catch them. Okay. Or you are so contracted, so controlled, you are going to be so in yourself, that you're going to start blaming yourself. It's my fault. I'm shameful. I shouldn't be doing that. And you're going to keep everything inside and create another label. I'm a failure. Okay. So this is the reason why we need to work with our system, so that we don't have the fear-based or a fear-based vibes. It should be more expansive. And that expansion will happen with pranayamas, with breathing exercises. Now, be deep breathing, actually, it directly stimulates the vagus nerve. Because when you are doing pranayama, you are having your 90-degree angle of your back, where the base of the spine is straight connected to your crown. Okay. And it stimulates the vagus nerve, and then shifts your system from sympathetic fight or flight. 99% of times, for example, right now, Kumkum Bagaria, who is walking, having a stroll in the evening, is on a fight or flight mode. Her root chakra might be hyperactive because she has to be hyper vigilant. It's really late, and she must be scared. And whether she is not showing, but she has the fear base as well, that at night I'm walking around and I'm on the phone as well. What if someone just snatch my phone? Or what if I hit somewhere? Or what if hopefully I will go home safe, and I pray to you that you stay safe. But this is the reason why chakras are not. This is another myth which I wanted to tell you, that chakras are not ever blocked and ever completely open. And once someone opened it, it's going to be open. There is no system like that. Okay. But what we can do with the sympathetic way, we can create our rest and digest system, and we can calm ourselves. Now, when we are talking about evil eye as well, now the way we talked about it, if your aura is going to be strong, can anything penetrate you? No, that will be expansive. So now we will do a quick practice because the time is very short. whenever you will move. Okay, we are going to do a short practice. Now, whosoever apart from Kumkum, because I can only see Kumkum, Ambika. Yeah, now I can see a lot of people. I actually moved. Okay, so whosoever is free and whosoever is able to, join your hands and rub your hands with full strength. Kumkum, you're home now. Well done. Just a few more seconds. Awesome. Now we're going to stop, but keep your hands together. And now slowly, slowly pull them apart. Just close your eyes so that you can feel a little bit more better. Can you feel the vibrations? Now, wherever your hands are together, try to pull them a little bit apart. Slowly, slowly. Can you feel the magnet? It's pulling the other hand towards yourself. Wow. Now, feel it as it's a ball in your hand. And now try to push the ball inwards. Can you feel now you're pushing the energy outwards because you're trying to hold the ball? Now, if you expand your hand a little bit more. Keep that magnetism together and see how far you can move your hands out while feeling this. Amazing. This is your prana, this is your vibes, this is your aura. And congratulations, you met your first self, the higher self. And this is the first and foremost step if you want to learn telekinesis, moving stuff with your hands, without your hands, basically. This is the first step to telekinesis as well. So I teach telekinesis and all those practices as well. Everything starts with Reiki. So, same way, evil eyes. If you are intentionally putting that much focus on that, if someone did something to you, that's why something bad happened to you. Why don't you put that focus in your own work? Why find a reason, a scapegoat to blame someone? Those are old wives' tales. Nobody has that much time to do anything bad to anyone. It starts from you. You start those frequencies. This whole earth, once you start doing pranayamas, when I started doing pranayamas, you can literally see the frequencies around. And when you see those frequencies, you can understand how much frequencies you are bringing outwards, and that's your karma. What you say, what you speak, what you think, what you eat, what you drink, everything is creating a frequency. And that frequency is tethering with others. So if you are speaking ill about someone, you are tethering to someone else ill as well. If you're speaking good, if someone is speaking bad as well, it's not going to tether because it cannot connect. And that's how manifesting works as well. You are a battery, you're a magnetic being. You're magnetizing the vibes towards you. And it does not work if you have lack mentality. And lack mentality changes from your main core system, the vagus nerve, the chakras. So instead of thinking about outwards, someone did something to you, come inwards and ask, did I said something to you, to someone else as well? And sometimes it's not your fault. Sometimes the system, the frequencies, the level is not the right level for you. And that's why maybe that thing never worked. And sometimes a lot of people say that if something didn't work for you, it's actually for your good. So instead of focusing on someone else in external powers, take the power back, start breathing so that the stimulus, the old programming, when they are trying to trigger you, you are holding it here, taking a deep breath, then reacting. Then the whole karma system, the spiral, will stop. And you can start your new programming, new way of living. And that changes everything. That whole godly glow will be around you. So thank you so much. I hope I finished in half an hour. I was quite under pressure for the time. And so many people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Great. So thank you so much, Sandy. Now we have the floor open for one or two questions. If anyone would like to ask something, you can please drop your question on the chat box. We're looking forward. We can ask Sandy. We have one or two questions as today we can cater. Vandana ji, if you can ask your question on the chat box, it'll be really lovely. Okay, so Jyotika has a question. What if someone puts evil eye or does something intentionally?
Again, if someone is intentionally putting light on you, if your aura is not strong, intentionally, see, there are two, again, versions of it. Okay. One is intention, how strong intention is. Are you working on a fair base? You know, half of the people around, which I see so many times on Instagram, post this or the bad luck is going to come. You have a programming layer as well, just like your body has layers. You have a programming layer. Just like when we apply for, when we buy a lottery ticket and we think we are going to buy it and we are going to win it. But your core programming is again saying you're not going to win it, and it does not win. Because manifesting, evil eye, if someone did the bad intention, everything works from you first. If you are not accepting it, nothing can penetrate you. So your vibes should be equally accepting as well. So if you are not accepting it, it's not going to work on you. That's all.
How do we prevent our children who have not strengthened their aura?
Children are always protected. Children, until they are under your care, they are always protected. You are the one who makes those holes in their aura by speaking ill about others, creating that fear, creating that whole environment around them. They are always taken care of. Until 7 years, they have their own guides as well, who are literally they are working with them. And until 7 years, kids can understand more than a fully grown adult.
Last question. How do I strengthen my aura?
Breathing pranayamas. Pranayamas are the best one. Early in the morning, the purification, reset, reset your system. They are the best ones. Kapalbhati, Anulom Vilom, and then your Ujjayi. These are the three ones. In between Kapalbhati, whosoever has pitta and heavy blood pressure or heart problems, do Sitali pranayamas in the middle. Then you do your Anulom Vilom, Nadi Shuddhi, and then afterwards do your Ujjayi, which is your reserve of your tank of your ojas, your energy. That is going to create it.
Great. This one is a little different, so I'm going to ask. You've spoken about the lymphatic systems, the chakras, evil eye, and bad intentions. It'll help if it is all tied together in terms of tangible. So it'll help us with a session end. So I'd like to mention to everyone that we have an upcoming session with Sandy where we will have an insight into further details. So it is Guard Against the Evil Eye on the 23rd of November at 6 p.m. IST, which is 3 days from now. So we have a session at 6 p.m. IST. It's going to be a 60-minute long session. As discussed at the very beginning, that today is going to be a shorter duration session, whereas in the upcoming session, which is 60 minutes on the 23rd, we will have an entire youth segment which will be catering to the question and answers. We will have a recording that you can have access to, because today a lot of people did ask for the recording, but I'm so sorry that today's session recording will not be available as it is a shorter session. We will have the extended session which is on the 23rd with Sandy, which you will have a space for deeper exploration and personalization. That is the reason it's going to be an extended session. So it's today what we've just got is a short little glimpse. So imagine what a full-fledged session can do to all of us the other day. So I'd like to explain once again. We have the session with Sandy on Guard Against the Evil Eye on the 23rd of November at 6 p.m. IST. It's going to be a 60-minute long session where you have a chance to have your extended question and answers, a detailed a detailed meditation program, a detailed explanation, and finally a recording that you can go back and revisit too. So we've shared the link for the same in the chat box. Looking forward to all of you just tapping upon the link so you can register for the upcoming session with Sandy on Guard Against the Evil Eye. In the meanwhile, I'd like to thank Sandy for such a beautiful session. Thank you everyone else for joining this amazing soul session on Soul Sensei. To stay updated about our upcoming sessions, you can follow us on Instagram at Your Soul Sensei and check out our Soul Sensei app. Looking forward to seeing everyone again very soon. In the meanwhile, please stay hydrated, get well rested, and stay blessed. Thank you everyone for joining. See you again on the 23rd with Sandy. Thank you everyone. Thank